What's up, guys? I'm EJ. I'm joined by Shamari and Kendall. We're talking about our first look at Black Adam at DC Fandome. This really kind of became our second look at Black Adam since we had a little bit of a preview of what they were working on last year. This year, guys, they did a lot more. We had a little bit of a sizzle reel, and they gave us a first look at some of the scenes from the early on stages of the Black Adam post-production. I'll go to Shamari first. Shamari, you're a big Rock fan.
Mm-hmm.
What did you just make of the whole panel and then the first look we got to check out for this movie?
I like really everything that we saw. It's getting to the point where I just want more. I just want more Black Adam. I want more The Rock. Of course, you guys know I watch a lot of content that The Rock has made, produced, whatever you want to call it. Very entertaining guy, very talented guy, and he looks like Black Adam, right? I mean, it's like, so yeah, I gotta see him as Black Adam. We got a little taste in that, the featurette, the little teaser kind of thing, I guess, scene that they posted. So that was awesome, and we got to see a glimpse of some of the other heroes as well, some of their costumes, which look, boy. We got to just a tiniest glimpse, but it looks so good. So I can't wait. It all looks great to me.
And Kendall, what I thought was interesting to me was hearing The Rock say that, of all the movies he's done, this has some of the biggest action sets. And Pierce Bronson, who of course plays Dr. Fate in this movie, also saying, given his experience with playing 007, that this was also quite a mind-blowing experience seeing the action stuff that they have in this movie. What did you think of those statements?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I thought of was, The Rock's experience with Fast and Furious. And if you've got more action than the Fast and Furious movies, and that's a high bar to reach. But
exactly.
But no, I mean, they're really trying to hammer home that the action set pieces and just the idea of having this guy that's going to be so powerful. I mean, I think that's what they wanted to show off in that scene or in that clip was, how much more powerful Black Adam is going to be than the average superhero or super even villain character that you normally see. And so, to me, what's going to be fascinating is seeing not only The Rock's Black Adam, which is going to be the money maker and the thing that gets people into the seats, but how does the rest of the JSA, how do they come into play, and what are their different courses? Obviously, a lot of these characters are well known in the comics, Dr. Fate and Hawkman, but how are they going to, how are they powered individually to be able to take on someone like Black Adam? Because it seems like they're billing Black Adam like, one man.
It would appear that they'd be very outmatched if they wanted smoke with this Black Adam.
Yes. Yeah, and so that's going to be a fascinating thing. And, when they showed the clip, the first thing that came to my mind was, like, I got strong Dr. Doom vibes from this Black Adam, at least when he wears the hood and, with the electrical powers and stuff. But I think they're still waiting to reveal the full look, outside of any sort of concept art. They want to wait to show that off.
And Shamari, Kendall mentioned how powerful this iteration of the Black Adam seemed. The Rock, in his little soliloquy before he showed the trailer or the scenes, said that the hierarchy of the DC universe changes because of the introduction of Black Adam. We see in that scene where he's able to just grab that sorry army force guy. I don't know what he is, a police officer or whatever, but he just electrocutes him to death, and the guy becomes a skeleton. That's we're talking about power levels. I mean, we haven't seen many people in the DC universe display that kind of power. We haven't seen, obviously you're not expecting heroes to go that far, but I mean clearly a display of great strength, and he's going to be a serious problem for people to handle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is I'm expecting the action in this movie to be very high octane, to say the least. I mean, Black Adam fully showcasing his powers and abilities, and them using all the powers and abilities from the comics and the games and the movies, animated shows, animated movies, all that stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
Fully expect to see it. They've talked about his background, they've talked about Kandak, and they've talked about him, or hinted at him briefly in Shazam as well.
Right.
I mean, this is going to be, I don't know. I have high expectations. That's all. I can just put it that way. I have very high expectations.
Right.
For this movie. So yeah, I think the action is going to be incredible.
They set the stage for, because there's still this question. I think a lot of people that are maybe casual comic fans or maybe have never heard of Black Adam.
Yeah.
You know, they know it's The Rock, and they kind of expect just Black Adam to be The Rock at this point, just The Rock being played, a superhero being played by The Rock. But you know, for the people that are, you know, purists, quote unquote, like knowing Black Adam's history, it was always a confusing thing to see The Rock is going to be playing Black Adam. But this clip shows you very clearly that he's not a good guy, and that you know that there needs to be people to stop this guy, and that's going to be the JSA. We'll see how that dynamic works. But in terms of marketing, this is the first major piece of marketing, and it's clearly showing you Black Adam is not a good guy. So that's going to be interesting. But although we haven't seen The Rock play a bad guy typically in movies, I know EJ, you're a huge wrestling fan. The Rock is always at his best when he's a heel. You know, at least historically. And so that's going to be that. I think he's going to play off of that history as much as it is anything else that he's done in his career.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Kendall. I think that was interesting considering we've done our podcast, New Generation Hero Talk, which you guys should check. We do that podcast every week where we had questions because of some of the Rock statements and to different various media outlets about who Black Adam was. He seemed to suggest more that he was a superhero, and I'm like, does The Rock understand what he signed up for, or are they going to be drastically changing his character? And you mentioned wrestling, Kendall. I mean, I think realize that was all a work. I think that he was telling the people what they probably wanted to hear, and not trying to kind of give away too much. Maybe put the superhero fans kind of on edge about what exactly we would see. And again, you see immediately that this is a guy that's as Aldous Hodge, who plays Hawkman, said is brutal in the way he kind of delivers his quote unquote justice. So this is going to be a very exciting project. It was really awesome to see them put it out for DC Fandome. We'll be talking plenty of the other DC Fandome content that we saw today, but for now, that'll do it for this video. For Shamari, for Kendall, I'm EJ. Take it easy, guys.